Hello everyone, welcome to a World of Warships video, and today we are taking out a Tier 8, seems to be a lot of Tier 8s these days, a Tier 8 Russian destroyer, the Tashkent. The Tashkent has the distinct, I suppose, issue of being probably one of the more difficult destroyers in the game to play. It really doesn't have a lot of the normal destroyer strengths like long-range torpedoes. There's lots of torpedoes, but they're Russian extremely short range. And although it is fairly good at drive-by shooting and has a fair lick of speed, if you've ever played Le Terrible, which is the Tier 8 French destroyer, not a battleship, the Tashkent is basically just quite pedestrian. So it's rapid reload, doesn't quite get down to the sub 3 seconds that you get with the Le Terrible. It just doesn't have the same cracker pace. So you can see that we're doing over 40, around about 47 knots or something. It was at 42 knots. Difficult to read. But yeah, the 54 knots early game, Le Terrible, nothing like that. Its rapid reload doesn't quite have the same reload. And it just doesn't have the same gun range. So here we are, we're trying to capture the cap. We've got a lot of friends on our side, so I feel brave enough to open up at this Brooklyn to let him know that he's being watched. He, of course, is firing back at me. Gets a lucky fire, managed to tag the tail of the destroyer, and I just keep turning in order to try and throw off his aim. His shells spend a lot of time in the air. The destroyer isn't particularly maneuverable, but if I nose on into him, I can keep the rate of fire up. Now, I probably shouldn't have used my rapid reload because I've only got my front guns, but nose on, I'll become a difficult target, keep most of my health, pop my first heal of many, and basically just claim the cap, holding it in the middle. He fires some final shots at me, they come up short, and now it's time to deal with some battleships. So we have some friends going in, but my job is to, well, just keep some fires lit. And yeah, it has reasonably long range guns that do a reasonable amount of HE damage, but they aren't anything special. Now this Colorado, it fired at me. He's busy. I can see the North Carolina is also busy trying to deal with their Amagi. So we've got ourselves a little bit of an window of opportunity. We're within torpedo range, and we're going to basically let him have a couple. One fired short in case he manages to turn away and turn inside. And well, it would be nice to have more torpedoes. 6 hits, 1 kill. That's nice. That's the Colorado gone. So yeah, so the Tashkent, when there is a whole lot of action going on, you are really capable of doing a drive-by shooting. So you really need to stay close to the fleet. It is not a sort of destroyer that goes out on its own and menaces everything like an Akazuki or even the French destroyer that Le Terrible can. So it just doesn't have the maneuverability. It's a large target. It doesn't have the stealth, and its guns, it just doesn't have the long-range torpedoes to do that. So stick with your mates, keep the fires lit, and when the going gets really rough and there's a whole lot of activity going on, don't be afraid to slip in there and loose some short-range torpedoes. So, and what we've got here is we've got this North Carolina. He's heading around. He's on the other side of this island. So what I'm going to do is support my guy, the Amalfi, who's trying to give him his best, and see if we can rip him with some torpedoes. I can't see exactly which way he's going, but he is still fairly close. He's definitely within gun range because his health bar is showing, but I think he may be moving away. No torpedoes. Yep, no torpedo cone yet, so he's too far away for that. But he's turning in to basically try and deal with this Amalfi. If this Amalfi's smart, he'd turn the other way, get on the other side of him, where those turrets. Because if he keeps doing this turn, well, he's going to have himself a bit of a problem. And that problem consists of a Russian destroyer with a lot of torpedoes. Now, the torpedoes don't do a lot of damage, but they don't have to, particularly not with a ship like this. Here we go. Give him a couple of braces. only takes 2 to knock him down. The Amalfi's heading into the cap, capturing the cap, because it did look like at the start of the game we had 1 cap, the enemy had 2. That could have been a bit of a challenge. That cap is, Amalfi's in that cap fast enough to grab it before I can get any points from it, so let's head for the Richelieu, which is over the other side of this island. And it's going to be the same issue here. The Tashkent is loving this particular map, Friar's Lantern, because basically it's got a whole lot of islands. You can approach the enemy from behind the islands, get around, blast them with your torpedoes, and then head out of dodge. So the Richelieu, not within range of my torpedoes yet, but he is now. So what's going to happen here is we're going to not fire too early, give him an opportunity to turn away. We're just going to basically, wait until it's perfect, like that. Give him all 3. He's not quite dead, but that's okay. We'll get our guns on him, and he's taken out. So there you go. 83,000 damage, big caliber award. And we've still got most of our health because, yeah, most of the support has been firing at distracted ships. So, yeah, if they do focus on the Tashkent, it can be a pretty easy knockdown. Just be aware of that. But, of course, while they're dealing with the Tashkent, they're not dealing with something else. So there are some games I've played where I've done my damage as a Taskent, been taken down early. But by the time I've been taken down, the damage has been done enough that, that the game's, essentially we've got the game in a good position. But in that particular game, a lot of distracted ships, head in straight, and use the incredible torpedo angles to knock them down. So there we go. Most valuable player in the Tashkent, which the Tashkent can be a bit hit and miss. So that's a pretty good result, and happy with that. Got a whole ton of experience, which of course I gave a bonus to. 17 torpedo hits, 137 main battery hits, and 3 fires, 2 floodings. So pretty good all-round score in the Tashkent. Can do well, but can struggle at times as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thanks for watching.